Hello, Lynn Watts here with Wyatt the Wonder Dog books. And today I'm very excited to talk with you about a brand new product that I have just out, Wyatt's Ready to Learn coloring book. All right. So often I have people say to me, what do you have for younger children, younger than elementary age? So let's say preschool. Um, and so that's one reason I created this because anybody can use a coloring book, whether you're preschool or whether you're middle school or high school. We all love to color, and it can be a very relaxing thing to do, creative thing to do, and it's a nice way to focus. So, I want to tell you a few things about this particular coloring book because it is a great SEL or social emotional learning activity that you can use. So, in the beginning of the book, it tells you the different categories for the different coloring opportunities. So, one section is on confidence and growth mindset. One section is on focus and calm. One is on friendship and kindness. One is on listening and respect. And one is on teamwork and cooperation. So they really go along with the different Wyatt books. And they are, all of them include some illustrations from some of the Wyatt books. All right. So let's just pick one, focus and calm, for instance. That one is based on the Wyatt the Wonder Dog learns about being organized. And so in that section, there is a poster that you could color. And it is says focus on one thing at a time. And then the rest of this section has mandalas in it. So if you're familiar with mandalas, these are some very simple ones that a child could color. But if you're familiar with mandalas, it is a repetitive type of pattern that helps to calm the mind and kind of refresh the mind, something to focus on and to be very mindful about what you're doing, but it can reduce stress, reduce anxiety, and so on. So there's several mandalas in that section on focus and calm. Now, if you are teaching that and you want more than just a coloring sheet, all right, so maybe you're using this in a classroom lesson or you're using it in a small group, which this would be appropriate for any of those things, then I would recommend, first of all, you might try using the book, Wyatt the Wonder Dog Learns About Being Organized. And you can, of course, read the story. And just like all the books, it has discussion questions in the back. And this particular one teaches how to make a morning or anytime schedule, how to create a schedule and be somewhere on time. So that's one of the issues in the book. And this book teaches that. So every one of the Wyatt books is a lesson in itself. So the story is a lesson, but it also includes discussion questions and an activity in the back. Now, if you want even more than that, then you want a full-blown lesson plan that is aligned with ASCA standards, objectives, has essential questions, has activities for all different ages. Then I'd recommend the Stories to Learn by book, which has a lesson plan for each one of the books. And then it includes, as I mentioned, activities. It has a word search. It has more coloring sheets with the illustrations from the book. And it has the schedule again. It has a pre-test, post-test that you can use, a self-assessment to see what you're teaching, so on. So try to include anything that you might need in a classroom or a small group lesson that you're teaching. So, and that's just on focus and calm. And as I mentioned, there's several other topics in the coloring book. So you can buy them individually on Amazon, or you can go to my website if you want to buy a package, and you can get the whole, get the book, Stories to Learn by, and all of the Wyatt books. And then you would have just a complete series of lessons that you could use really for the entire year. There are 9 books, and you could use one book every month with the younger children. So All of this is available on my website, but I did want to highlight the coloring book, which is brand new. And it is also available on Amazon. So it's Wyatt's Ready to Learn coloring book. And as always, thanks so much for all the wonderful things you do with children. And thanks for listening.